This is Lesson 8, a lesson in the series for web design lessons for the Professional Writing Portfolio. In this lesson, we are updating the web page title and revising a little bit of code or content on the code side. The first thing you need to do, because I'm assuming you're working in a lab, is download your STE file to your desktop. I've downloaded mine. I navigated to my desktop, and now I'm going to double click, opening Dreamweaver, clicking done, and connecting to the remote server. Once you've connected to the remote server, switch to the remote server view, and you can see the files that we created and manipulated in previous lessons. So I'm going to now open all the web pages. I'm going to hold down Command and select each one of these web pages while holding down Command. You can open up each one individually as well. If we look on in a web browser at your website, you can see that this tab says Untitled Document. This is the same for all pages. And if somebody were to print your web page, it would also say Untitled Document as well, somewhere on the printed page, if they have those settings selected. So let's give this untitled page or document a title. There are at least two ways to do this. I'm sure someone has thought of a third. One way to do it is to revise the title in the code. So on this side, the white box, we have the design side, and on the left side we have the code side. If you look in the first 10 lines or so of code, you will find an opening and closing tag called title, and within that we have untitled. So this is of course the Elliott Rindelman's Professional Writing Portfolio, and that could be the title. Yours of course would be the name of your website. You could shorten it or truncate it, and I will do that now. And I'm just going to start typing after I highlighted the untitled document content. So that's the code side. We did this for the resume page. You can see an asterisk. That means it is unsaved and it is not put on the remote server. File, save. Now I'm going to go back over to the web page. I'm going to click resume. It still says untitled document. That's because the browser is using the cache or the saved document on the computer. I'm going to reload the page with Command R. You can do it by the reload this page icon. And now you can see that Professional Writing Portfolio, untitled document, has changed to Professional Writing Portfolio. I'm going to do this to a few of them by just triple clicking. You can also click, drag, and then Command C to copy or edit, copy. And I'm going to do these for each of the pages. Triple click, paste. I'm pasting with Command V. Now, another way to change the title is using properties, or the properties window. The properties window, if it's not already open, and it should be because it's a setting or view saved in your site file, but if it's not, you go to Windows, Properties, that made it go away, Properties, and that made it return. If you go down to Properties, you can collapse it, and you can find a field that says Document Title. Currently, the index page says Untitled Document. I'm going to type in Professional Writing Portfolio. I'm going to press Enter or Return, and you can see it changed up here. Let's watch that on the contact page. Professional Writing Portfolio. You can see that on line 5 on the code side, it hasn't changed. My cursor is still blinking in the document title field. I'm going to press return, and the title changes. That's often how you activate content or actions that you've done in various properties fields and fields in Dreamweaver. We can see that these are unsaved, therefore there are no changes, and we still have untitled document even if we reload the page. Edit, save all, file, save all. All right. Back to the testing web browser. Home. No change because it is using the cache. Reload the page with Command R, and it changed. I'm going to test this for each of the pages. As you can see, it's working, working, working. Before we conclude this lesson video, I wanted to show you that you can revise content on the code side. We can even change the view if you want to work just on the code side. So let's work on this contact page. Up here we have code, split, which is what we're in now. We can do live or design. I prefer design. Let's switch it just to code. You'll recall that we created a header, a navbar, article, and footer. Much of the time, as you develop your website, you will work between the opening article tag and the closing article tag. Remember, you need to work in between opening and closing tags. So instead of enter new content, I'm going to highlight it by clicking, dragging, and releasing the cursor. Please contact me with the following form. This content anticipates a later lesson where I will show you how to create a form in which people can type their form and submit it. In that way, you don't necessarily have to use your email address. Let's do one more page. Let's do resume. Let's do relevant writing experience on the design side. And if we go over to the code side, we find that information, let's see, right here. Let's change that to relevant work experience. As you can see on the right side, the design side, it hasn't changed. To change it, just click anywhere on the design side in the white space, and it's changed. Asterisk, asterisk, save all. Test the changes on the content and resume page. Contact page. Please contact me with the following form. Resume page, relevant work experience. We've tested the pages, changing the title in the code side, changing the title in the properties window, and changing a little bit of content on the code side, thus viewing the design and code views. This ends Lesson 8, updating the web page title and revising on the code side, a part of the series, Web Design Lessons for the Professional Writing Portfolio. Thank you, and have a great day.